This is Jordan at B&H, and today we'll take a look at the new Wacom Cintiq Pro 27. This new entry to the Cintiq Pro lineup builds on previous features, such as improved pen performance and multi-touch performance, but also brings favorable updates to the Creative Pen display. Most notably, a 120Hz refresh rate, 10-bit color, 98% coverage in DCI-P3 color gamut, and button grips along the backside of the display to make interacting with the tablet more ergonomic and all around more comfortable for long editing sessions. This display is designed for a wide variety of working professionals, ranging from photo editors, illustrators, video editors, and virtual production environments, as well as so much more. Along with the new Cintiq display, Wacom has released the Pro Pen 3, a fully customizable, battery-free pen with up to 3 buttons and improved tilt controls. Looking at the Wacom Cintiq Pro 27, the most notable difference from previous models is that the tablet display now looks like a normal monitor, featuring minimized bezels and a smaller desktop footprint when paired with the new desktop stand. While some people may be indifferent to bezel sizes, the difference from the 24 to 27 Cintiq Pro models is staggering. The display measures 27 inches diagonally, and overall the device measures 25.1 by 14.9 inches. This is a sweet spot with a smaller footprint than the Cintiq Pro 24, while having a larger screen. The display has a UHD resolution of 3840 by 2160, which is ideal for large resolution photo editing and video editing workflows with content destined to be viewed on 4K displays. The Cintiq Pro 27 features a wide gamut IPS display, which allows for the best color accuracy, and viewing angles up to 178 degrees. At 400 nits, this is the brightest display Wacom has ever made. While not a true HDR display, this display is equipped with a hybrid log gamma for viewing and editing HDR content, as well as covering 100% sRGB and Rec 709, 99% Adobe RGB, and 98% DCI-P3 color gamuts. This is also a true 10-bit display, giving smoother color transitions for photo or video editing that requires intensive color work. While it is factory calibrated, you can pair this with a Wacom Color Manager calibration tool to create color profiles and calibrate the display for all relevant color spaces. The tablet display also has an edge-to-edge etched glass, which gives less of a glare from surrounding light sources, as well as giving a textured feel to the interaction of the pen and glass. One of the most desired features in displays is a higher refresh rate, and the Cintiq Pro 27 now offers both 60Hz and 120Hz refresh rates. The refresh rate is the maximum number of times per second the image displayed on the screen will be updated, so more updates per second gives a smoother looking experience. It's something that's hard to describe in words. You just need to experience it for yourself, and once you do, there's no going back. The 120Hz refresh rate also has the added benefit of making this monitor ideal for gaming. With the high refresh rate and low response time of 6.7 milliseconds, this has the added bonus of near zero latency with the cursor. Perceived cursor lag was inferred from the way the cursor would drag behind the pen movement. Since previous tablet displays capped at 60 Hz, the refresh on the cursor movement was locked at that rate. With a higher refresh rate, there's more responsiveness from the cursor and pen movements. The Cintiq Pro 27 loses the Express Key remote accessory and instead replaces it with 8 physical Express keys located on the back of the display in an ergonomic grip style. These pistol grips give an added comfort to the display, since many users like to lean onto the device and hold the sides while operating. Each side has 4 buttons on the grip that can be customized for any program through the Wacom settings. This is perfect for left-handed or right-handed use, since the keys are identical on either side. This new version of the Cintiq Pro has lost the touch keys for display controls and has instead placed a button on the back side for the display menu options. Here, you can change the monitor brightness and swap to different color modes. There's also a toggle switch for turning the touch features on and off. This switch is also located on the back next to the display control button and the power button. Touchscreen support remains the same as previous versions, featuring the popular multi-touch functionality for pan, zoom, and rotate gestures and apps. The multi-touch supports up to 5 finger gestures, allowing users to precisely manipulate on-screen sliders, navigate in 3D applications, or swap between applications and desktops. I enjoy the touchscreen a lot for general use cases like navigating web pages or scrolling through files. It bridges the gap between mobile and desktop environments. Frankly, touchscreens should be standard in the desktop world by now. I mean, it is 2022. The touch functionality can of course be customized in the Wacom settings, giving you a wide variety of touch gestures ranging from a single finger touch up to 5 fingers. There's a wide variety of controls that you can program to the touchscreen that you can use to perfect your workflow. There's plenty of ports available on the back side of the display tablet, which guarantees the Cintiq Pro 27 will work with any computer combination. There's an HDMI 2.1 and a mini DisplayPort 1.4, which must be used with a USB for the touch and pen data, or you can use a single USB-C cable with DisplayPort alternate mode for data and display connectivity with compatible devices. There's 4 1/4-inch threads located on the top and sides of the display, allowing you to mount the pen holder in any position you choose. Photo editing with a pen tablet is my favorite thing to do, since the pressure controls of the pen and the ergonomics of the pen and tablet make long editing sessions more enjoyable. I always look forward to using the Cintiq displays because the added level of working directly on the image itself makes the editing process much more comprehensive. My experience with the Cintiq Pro 27 was just fabulous all around. While using the Pro 24, I had the Express Key remote, but still found myself leaning on the display for editing, which could get uncomfortable during long sessions. The Express Key grip made it easier to have a direct hold on the actual display while also toggling the Express keys. I programmed the Express keys on the left for zooming in and out and the undo command. I rely on the Express keys and the pen buttons for navigation the most, always scrubbing through images, punching in and out rapidly. The 120Hz screen made the experience that much more enjoyable, since you could feel the fluidity while panning around the screen, giving the impression that you're working on a real printed image right in front of you. In my own personal workflows, the Cintiq Pro 27 shines best with the pressure sensitivity. I like a more firm brush, so I have to press really hard to get the full diameter of the brush, and I use this level of control for making brush or clone stamp strokes to make adjustments to the image. When doing food or jewelry photography, there can be a lot of repetitive post-work and brushstrokes to be made, so this is really a stamina game. Anything that can improve ergonomics will always be a big win. The stand for the Cintiq Pro was versatile and easy to adjust into a comfortable position, letting me lean back and forth on the fly. Moving on to DaVinci Resolve, I found the touch and pen controls worked well in the application. As a trial run, I tried doing an edit with just the touchscreen, and to my surprise, it worked a lot better than I had anticipated. Now, you'll still need the Express keys or a keyboard to pair with the touchscreen for specific commands, since there's so many keyboard shortcuts available in Resolve, but adding items to the timeline and doing cuts and trimming worked very well. Using the touch makes the overall editing experience more enjoyable. Scrubbing footage is seamless and it feels more interactive. I was able to do most everything I would normally do with a mouse using the touchscreen, and adding the pen into the mix gives me more accurate control over the sliders. In the color grading page is where I found the touchscreen shines the most. Using the touch controls on the color wheels feels so much faster than using a mouse. The layout of the color page translates well for a touchscreen, from the color wheels to the curves and the node trees. I was able to make power windows by hand and drag them into position. The color accuracy of the Cintiq Pro 27, paired with the interactivity of the display, elevates the video editing process in such a way that it feels almost clunky going back to editing with just a mouse. With a 120Hz refresh rate, this 4K monitor is truly the ideal monitor for gaming. Most all games benefit from a higher refresh rate, especially those with very fast-paced action or esports in general, and the Cintiq Pro 27 delivers in this regard. As a test, I hooked up my Steam Deck through the USB-C connector. It worked instantly, and I was blown away that the touch functionality of the Cintiq worked right out of the box. No drivers or plugins needed for the Steam Deck's Linux-based operating system. I did a few trial runs on some of my games, and since the Steam Deck can technically output 4K at 120Hz, the fidelity of the image was pretty good. I'd really like to give this a trial run with my PC setup to push this display to the limit and see which games can benefit from the touch functionality. The Cintiq Pro 27 features the new Pro Pen 3, which is fully customizable. The pen now has lost the eraser button, which is typically featured on the top of the Wacom pens, and instead has 3 side switches on the pen, one programmed to erase by default. This is a nice little time saver since you no longer have to flip the pen over to erase. You can swap out the grips on the pen with the option to have no side switches for a completely smooth pen experience, utilizing only the express keys and touch functions. There's also a weight inside the pen that can have the orientation changed to modify the balance of the pen. The Pro Pen 3 features the same 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity as the Pro Pen 2, but with better tilt control up to 60 degrees. This combination of pressure sensitivity and tilt control give more direct control over brush settings in applications like Photoshop, so you can make more refined strokes to get the exact look you want. There's also a new stand available for the Cintiq Pro 27. This fully adjustable stand has a much smaller footprint than the Ergo stand, since desktop real estate is always highly contested for different computer peripherals. This stand can rotate 20 degrees in either direction and allows for fully flat or raised viewing and interaction depending on your work style. If you get tired of working in one position for a long time, you can change the position of the display tablet by unlocking the sliding mechanism on the back to find a comfort zone in your long editing sessions. The Cintiq Pro 27 also features a VISA 100 by 100 mount, which is perfect for any monitor arms you would want to use on your desk, as long as it can support the 15.9-pound weight of the display tablet. Wacom has put customization and ergonomics at the forefront with the Cintiq Pro 27, while offering a wonderful-looking, color-accurate touch and pen display for any and all professional creators. What would you create with the Cintiq Pro 27? Let us know in the comments below. This is Jordan at B&H, and if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe.